I don't know if you guys realize, but we're running a tournament today. All that preamble out of the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, you didn't hear any of that, so don't worry about it. You made it in time, whether it be Chapter 2 of the Wedding Saga. Long time ago. And, what do we got? What do we got for the bets? 91% on Dick Nixon Pig. Alright. Toxic Nectar at 40 coming out. A little bit of withering. Seed Gun's gonna miss at 32. He does be trying to scare his opponent. Hits the roar. Pretty good chunk of damage. Ruche down to about 60%. Dick Nixon Pig hanging in there. Barely damaged. But what's up next? Plant Slap? Not really what Plants wants to... Not really what Plants wants to be doing. Sound like the guy from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Or not Aqua Teen, Metalocalypse. What's his name? The guys who talks is like this. Murderface? No. Murderface talks like this. Squidgar, I think. Squizgar, yeah. Something like that. I haven't watched Metalocalypse in years. Anyway, the Baku wins. Is that one Pickles? Pickles kind of sounds like... Yeah, Pickles is the drummer. The guy with the skullet and the dreads. Squidger. Yeah, it was Squidger. Well, the Toxic Nectar coming out. Rushade still needs a lot of damage. But using that 4-force attack over and over again. Have we seen Rushade use Lifesteal yet? We have seen some Drain Techs in this tournament, but I don't think we've seen Rushade specifically. God damn, that sneeze did so much damage. What the fuck? That was a big old crit. Rushade down in the yellow. Lifesteal could win it for it still, though. Hey everyone, sorry for the complete embarrassment that was Barpo. You should be. We were all very embarrassed watching. Hypnotism's gonna miss at 50. Rushade has 2 seconds or else it's dead. Hits the Seed Gun, but it's not enough. A second crit might have done it, but not quite. That's gonna be it for Rushade. The doggy moves on. This is a good tournament for doggies. Next up, we got Baskerville and Notorious BIG. I gotta fight Baskerville? Alright. I gotta fight the dog. I gotta fight the Kamui. I think I can do it. I believe in my boy. All I need is a Rhythm Divine, you know? Start a prediction. Here we go. Baskerville doesn't have much life. That does mean that Notorious has basically one-hit kill potential. And Notorious, you know, despite the low skill, is going to have a decently good chance to hit because of Guts Correction working in his favor. I think crit Wave X might even kill Full Health. Or a Guts lead. Kapui. feel like I ruined my credibility as a rancher. Yeah, alright. It's definitely that serious. 90% on my boy? That's crazy. Blizzard at 51%. He hits it, no crit though. Notorious chilling out. Bolt at 45, that's gonna hit as well. Ooh, good crit on that as well. Notorious into the green. What's he gonna do? He does have a fast guts rate, but Baskerville has a much faster guts rate. So Notorious needs to swing something to keep it even here. Another Blizzard at 46. This one misses. Notorious with an 80 guts lead. We see Soundwave at 71% and a huge guts lead. 325 on the crit. Damn. Oh, he's got like 12 force. He's cooking something up. He's doing the Birdman thing, but with 3 pairs of hands. He's doing this. Good crit on the Blizzard. Blizzard does have a very high chance to crit, so that's completely expected. Dynamic Stab misses, which is very good because it pushes him in range for Soundwave L. Soundwave L comes out, 209 damage. Baskerville gets Anger, which, you know, It's kind of good for both of these guys here. Fight? This man's got to fight. This is actually pretty good for Nighton. He lost 30 guts, but he gained all the guts back from that. Power stab? What are we gonna see? 40 damage on the power stab. He can win through this. He misses the stab the second time. Numbing whip at 19, severe shock. Lightning at 52. This will be enough to kill. 244, exactly enough, but there's the grit. Baskerville has a huge guts lead, though. What are we gonna see? Who's gonna attack? Ice bomb at 52. Well, when you hit all your attacks, it's hard to lose. We got this game 3, folks. Boys and gals, everyone else. We got Blizzard opener. All right, so that's what, 3 for 3 with the openers there. Soundwave L at 63%. It hits 249. Feeling fine. Ice bomb miss at 47%. Notorious. In a spooky situation, goes for the electric stab. It misses. It's a lot of guts spent, but he is in range to use Soundwave. Lightning at 47%. This is gonna land as well. Damn, these are really literally just 50-50s, and he's landing like all of them. Very unfortunate if you're a snail fan like I am. Blizzard at 53. You gotta dodge, kid. He does. What do you got? Bite? Well, bite's not gonna do anything. Soundwave L. Shock. Shock at 40%. You gotta swing something, kid. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? There's the grit. He's got the guts lead. 10 seconds left. Baskerville can't attack. Notorious just needs to swing something. Anything. Electric stab even? Anything. Numbing whip at 46%. It misses. Pushes him back. Is he gonna do shock at 39%? He swings it. It lands. My boy does the thing. On the buzzer beater. Let's go, Snaily. Let's go. Bill. Hell yeah. Mwah. Got it. You and me, buddy. We'll do 6 high fives later. God damn. Oh my god. Alright. Enough of that. Enough of that. Becca and Penny Slots up next. I got a tournament to run here. It was this one, right? It was Freeman's? I don't know. No, that's definitely not it. That's Penny Slice. That's not even the right word. Alright. Like, there's an old Brent Butt stand-up joke about that. About names that kind of sound similar and people think that you're related or something. Like, do you know, like, a Bill Jorgensen? It's all, no, I know a Flip Gunderson. Okay. So, that's not the same person. Main character plot armor? I hope I'm the main character today. That'd be great. How many channel points does it cost to do a whole tournament and commentary with me doing Squizguard impression? I can't even do one. I know it's just like adding S's to things, but there's like a very specific way he does it. And Brandon Small is very good at it, at writing the dialogue for it, that I don't really understand what the rules are. 78% on Becca. People are liking the pixie. Nighton Shonen Pro Tag in this tournament arc? God, if only. That's such a specific question. It's just like, I've had that happen where I'm like, do you know Mike? And it's like, Mike who? Oh, like, Mike Davis. And they're like, oh no, I know a Jim Davis. I know the guy who made Garfield. It's like, okay. Not what I asked at all. Becca! Just swinging, by the way. Pixie seems to be doing alright. They're doing okay. She's got ease now? Oh my god. That is certainly a flex. Completely unnecessary. Jim Davis, I love that guy. I love that guy. Have you guys seen the Garfield comic from September 10th? Where it's just 3 panels of John answering the phone and being like, Garfield did what? Came out on September 10th, 2001. Telekinesis doing big damage. Array, how much damage is it going to do though? 90? Penny Slot's still hanging in there. I think Penny Slots is like the only no-speed tank in the game, in this tournament. There's a lot of tanks that have like high speed as well, because they just got a shit ton of attacks. But Penny Slots is the only one I think that is just went into defense. And that's the end of the road. Unfortunately. Garfield comic is when John drank dogs. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's very funny. Which panel? I'm sure it's very famous. I'm sure someone could find it for you. What do we got next? Spacient Beam and Dunkin' Duck. Dunkin' Chino. I think the joke in that comic, if I remember correctly, is he's drinking what is supposed to be like fertility drugs for a dog. He thinks it's like a refreshing drink, but it's never actually referenced, and so it just looks like he's drinking dog semen. We're not going to talk about it too much. We got Spacient Beam, we got Dog, we got Duck, goddamn, and prediction is live, so you can bet on either one of these. You fool! Voice reading? We do. Remember Disney's cartoon gargoyles? I had a couple of gargoyles toys, little action figures. Have you seen the Lovecraftian and Garfield stuff? Yeah, I like stuff like that. I know people love to shit on it and be like, it's so overdone, and like, this is just like trite and whatever. But, you know, I think it looks pretty neat. The guy's a good artist. Goliath Eliza is the best ship. That's so fucking specific. You should just say that on Twitter. Imagine you had like a big following and you just said that out of nowhere and people would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I want to support Cake Alien, but Duck's got this. Does the Duck got it? Let's take a look at the prediction. We got 62% on Cake Alien. More of a Tumblr post? I think so too, yeah. I do think taking something innocent and making it overdone, but at least I'm sure John makes that orange cat interesting. Yeah, so like the things of... It's like, what if Winnie the Pooh was an axe murderer? Like, that shit is like... Like, come on, man, you're not even trying. Anyway, Dunkin' Duck's not really trying either. He has been using... Have we seen him use a power tech yet? If we have, it probably happened in this match and I just wasn't paying attention. You know, there's such a big Garfield following. It's not specifically Garfield. Beak Thrust, gonna get him. Look at that, a little bit of damage into the explosion! That was 50 guts. You deserve to get kicked in the noggin for that. You could have done it. So, or someone had matched together Goliath and Garfield and they called it Garfoils? That's great. We love Garfield in this community. We're all Garfield fans. Frantic Beam, he gets him with a Zip Zap Zooey. 400 damage almost. Spacient Beam gets anger though and has a massive guts lead. Goes for the Giga Ray at 48%. That's going to miss as well. Get the Duck with the Tims. She's got big ass shoes on. Street Fighter 5 feet. A little bit of slappy damage. Slap happy. Oh my god, another explosion, but because he's got no power, it doesn't do no damage. Mega Ray's gonna miss. Ah, the surprise misses. Dunkin' Duck still has the lead. 20 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the bang. It misses. Duck's in a great spot. Goes for the surprise. That's gonna miss as well. Bolt gonna tie things up. Spacient Beam now in the lead. 10 seconds left. Duck can take it. It's got the guts. You got the guts. Wow, wow. High kick can do a little bit of withering. 2 seconds left on the clock. Duck has enough guts to do whatever he wants, but he needs to swing, and he decides not to. And so because he decided not to, the Pixie's moving on. Beep boop. Okay, next up we got Lamesickle and aubergine. There's this one server at one of the venues that I work at who's like very pretentious. And I remember him talking about, it's like, oh, we have aubergine for the vegetarian meal tonight to give to these people. Predictions live. And I was like, why didn't you just say eggplant? And he's like, no, it's different. Aubergine is a specific type of eggplant. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not. So like I had to like look it up for him, and I'm like, it's literally just French for eggplant. It's just an eggplant. There's no reason for you to be pretentious about this. Lamesicle's in loser's bracket. Now you're scared. He's gonna be swinging. Yeah, the French eggplant. Hashtag Jill Army. Wish Minty were so lucky. She did get one sweep, but she could have not been in loser's bracket. It's true. Yeah. French for eggplant has two meanings. I'm not even going to begin to try and decipher what you meant by that. We got 46% on Lamesickle, 54% on aubergine. Aubergine is English? Wait until you find out what it is in French. I've never seen anyone raise Pixie Centaur or Pixie Golem. Pixie Golem is extremely bad. I think we saw Unico in tournament like a couple of tournaments ago. Also, the power move to win it? God damn. God damn. It's gonna take that one. Look at that. Certainly a way to win. Yeah, but I remember seeing Unico in tournament for like the first time ever, like recently. Grading might be bad, but I like her design. It is an interesting design. God, Ice Wave did so much damage. Are you serious? Twice in a row. Look at that. 36%? No worries, brother. God damn. Going to game 3, just like that. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Granity in tournament. It's cool to play with your faves. I mean, Seabiscuit did really well. Seabiscuit is like one of the worst centaurs you can possibly make. Oh my god, Aubergine just getting blown up. Just doesn't want to attack. Sub 40 ice moves hitting, flashbacks. Couldn't be me. Big Uncle Pete never landed that shit in his life. Alright. So, he's gonna win. What do we get next? Craftworks and Subwoofer. Craftworks is in losers, that's right. I think he's a pretty strong monster. Subwoofer is really strong too. Holy shit. These two gotta fight each other? It's kind of unfortunate. I didn't do any seeding for this.
Oh no, I need your help burying his body. Oh, bring some towels and some garbage bags.
That's such a good redeem. I'm really glad I ended up adding that. Is that the last sound redeem I did? I think it is. Games. Hey, Fox the Bomb. Thank you for the sub. Very kind of you. Prediction for this is live, by the way. Very similar builds. What's the difference? Craftworks has 150 more points. He put extra points into defense, is basically what it is. Jill's an amazing mixed attacker. I think it's probably one of the best ones in the game. Behind maybe Phoenix, and who else benefits from it? Who else like really benefits from it? Suezo maybe. Suezo's pretty strong, both power and intelligence, but having mixed attacker makes him better. 63% on Subwoofer. Gally's yeah. It's definitely a good call. Joker I don't think is better with mixed attacker. I think he's just better with basics and maybe Death Scythe. I don't think his intelligence moves actually make that build better. I think they make it worse. Ripper is great in mixed attacker formats. That's true. Tiger's great mixed attacker. Tiger's another one that I think is probably worse. I don't think the intelligence techs add enough without taking away. His intelligence build is good. It's just that his power build is nonsense. It's like stupid good. Baku, I think, has some interesting choices in mixed attacker. Mochi, yeah, Mochi definitely. 3 bites. Tries to give him the big chomp. Subwoofer is in a little bit of trouble right now. The punch to end it, not going to kill, but it is going to make him angry. Or more powerful. Made him more powerful. Next up, game 2. Here we go. The roar miss, 48%. What's Craftworks gonna retaliate with? A punch? No, not worth much, but it misses anyway. Triple stings, very accurate, good damage. Subwoofer just above half health. Sneeze comes out, 270 damage with 22 guts withering. Subwoofer does have a 20 guts lead. He's trailing by about 10% life currently. 2 bites from him gonna come out at 60% and miss. Craftworks in a pretty good spot right now. Goes for the sting. It's gonna land. Subwoofer down in the green at a very tenuous level of life where he's not quite in range to proc power, and he is definitely in range to get KO'd with the next hit. Sting's gonna land. It won't do enough though. He's got 28 life left, and now no power proc. He needs to just swing something. He goes for the sneeze. It misses. 5 seconds left on the clock. I don't think Subwoofer can build enough guts to use an attack that will actually win him the match here. Craftworks tries to end it with an energy shot. It misses, but regardless, he runs out the clock, and he is the winner. Meaning, wow, only 37% of you voted on him? Subwoofer is eliminated, and he was the favorite, apparently. Pokerface and Pharaoh Jr. up next. Yeah, the mixed attacker conversation is really interesting because there's a lot of monsters that you don't see their intelligence text because their power build is so powerful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the intelligence text add enough to make a bad build better than just power. Sometimes just not having anything is better. Prediction is live. I think Naga is a good example of that. I don't think mixed attacker Naga is better than just straight up power Naga. Hopper, I don't think Hopper's intelligence... Well, I mean, Hopper's pretty garbage regardless. That one's hard to say. If Stab and Ice Bomb weren't in the same slot, then maybe Kamui would be better than Metal and Mixed Attacker. If Ice Bomb was like a slot 4 tech, I think it might actually be the best monster in the game. You'd have a very good argument. Or even like slot 1 or slot 2, covering up one of the basics. Hopper does the best stall game of anyone. Where did you hear a crazy idea like that? 67% on Pokerface. Here we go. Ice Bomb is better because of how much cheaper it is than Stab. Alright. Blizzard and Roar make up for the stab damage? What are you talking about? That's crazy talk. Stab is the reason Tiger is good. You can't just get rid of the reason he's good and be like, these other things are actually better. Is Ice Bomb more accurate than Stab? They're both 0, I think. Energy shots lands. Pharaoh Jr. is going to just take that one. Ice Bomb is better than Stab. Hard to disagree. There is much more utility in being able to just one-shot your opponent than there is in trying to land multiple 50-50s. I said, hey man, nice energy shot. Guys, listen to Filter? Pokerface does. That's why he's still in it. I've seen a Punisher. He's a cool design. He's kind of like exactly like Earthkeeper, except grimdark. T-Bolt opener, and there you go. Blazewall is so good. Yeah. We never actually uploaded the video. I never edited anything together of when we voted on what the best techs in the game were. Thought about it for more than an instant, realized multiple reasons why Ice Bomb is less good. Ice Bomb is fantastic. It's one of the best moves in the game, but Stab is better than that, like, which is fucked up. You could probably make a good argument for Ice Bomb. They're both mess up techs. Yeah, they are. Ice Bomb is your second best tech. That is true. It is Stab and then Ice Bomb, like hard 1 and 2, and then everything else is like significantly worse. Imagine if Undine had Ice Bomb. Oh my god, dude. Poison Gas gonna land. Big ass crit. Big ass withering. Pokerface needs something here. Got enough time to swing 1 T-Bolt. He's running to the back. He wants to make it happen. But fortunately, there's not enough time. Pokerface playing to the very end like a human player would. Unfortunately, it was not enough. And Arrow Pharaoh Jr. is moving on. Clowned Dog and Chakra up next, and then we're done this round. I should probably update scores at some point. No. Chakram's another monster that we see in tournament quite often. Different guy, though. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? Updating scores. Okay. All the scores have been updated. Prediction 62% on Clown Dog. Fly Flyer. Get out of here. What are you doing? Fire Tornado is going to miss 47%. Pretty good chance to hit on that. Oh my god, he hits the oh, he doesn't hit the foul wind. The bird was just dancing regardless. Ah, guess when the Fire Tornado, the crit almost straight up kills. That's some big damage. The woof woof. Gets with the woof woof. Clowned Dog in the lead by a very small amount after the woof woof. What's everyone's pick for shittiest tech? Sneak Combo? Sneak Combo is definitely up there. 42 guts for what it does is just incredibly bad. Yeah. I hate when I get whiffed at twice. I feel that. So was the bird. It scared him. Headbutt is his only physical attack on a tree and messes up possibilities for its other builds. Even if the move itself is good numbers, it's offensive to Mew intelligence techs. Meow is kind of garbage because it's a 30 cost withering tech on a monster with a 15 guts rate. But the other techs are actually pretty good. Zap and Maximal Zap maybe not so much. But Recital and Song of Mew are pretty solid. Tasty Banana. Tasty Banana is definitely up there as one of the worst in the game. You can make an argument for Tasty Banana being like the worst. Steiner Math when? For this shit? You got 25% of landing Tasty Banana. But then you factor in me, who's a genetic freak, dodging everything you see, so you really only have 12.5% chance. You add in Kurt Angle and you cut that down to another half. You got a 3.33% chance of landing Tasty Banana at SummerSlam. Sneak Combo Mochi Lick, Ghost Hit Tex. Mochi Lick is pretty fucking awful too, yeah. Oh, the beak, is that gonna be enough? Oh my god. The beak seals it. Look at that. Do I just know the whole video by memory? No, I don't. I just know the Kurt Angle bit by memory. Okay, so Bird wins that one. But Dog won the first one, right? I've lost track of what's going on. It's 1-1, right? Yeah, okay. Toy Hammer? Toy Hammer has use. Not good, but it's not as bad as like Mochi Lick. Mochi Headbutt and Pedal Swirl. Mochi, I think, probably has like 3 of the bottom 10 techs in the game, if not more. Bite's gonna miss. What do you guys like better? Do you like the Steiner Math promo, or do you like the Cream Always Rises to the Top Randy Savage promo? As like the greatest of all time. I think the Cream one is better. Oh my god, he's got Nap! He went for Nap and he missed. Savage. Unjustifiably in a situation I'd rather not be in. Just like Clown Dog is in his grave, unfortunately. A bird hits the sound wave and that's it. Or the sound wave. He hits the fire wave and that's it. Bets do be salty. Do be salty. You guys can't pick a winner to save your lives. That's crazy. Alright. 2-1.
Oh no, I need your help burying his body. Oh, bring some towels and some garbage bags.
Got Dick Nixon Pig and Notorious B.I.G. up next. Alright, Snaily. It helps if I spell it right. Okay. Prediction is live. Who do you like? Nighton Ink might be the worst tech. Nighton Ink's numbers are not terrible. It's just that it doesn't do any damage. There are worse techs than it. I think it is Nighton's worst tech. It's probably better than like Whip and Stab. Like just numerically, it's probably better than that shit. Because it is pretty accurate and it does wither a lot. It's just that that is not a particularly good strategy most of the time in AI versus AI. Compared to something like Mochi's Lick or whatever, it's 100 times better. I think Sneak was probably a bit. Nighton Inc. I love that Gorilla song. Hell yeah. With Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Was he on? That wasn't him on the Gorilla on that one. He was on Clint Eastwood. Right? I almost always guess wrong. That even works with coin flips. That's a skill. You should just, like, whatever your first instinct is, do the opposite. And you'll be like fucking Domino from the X-Men. 72%. $11,000 redos on Dick Nixon. Damn. We're about to find out if there's monsters on the world. Soundwave L can do a little bit of damage. Into the Sneeze, gonna do a little bit of damage as well. Withering on both of them. Sneeze misses there. Notorious with a little bit of a life lead and a guts lead. Just doesn't want to be in slot 1. Goes for the severe shock, he misses the 36%. A risky move. We see Dust Cloud, we see 2 bites. No, he's like, get me the fuck out of here. Goes for the hypnotism, but that misses anyway. So Notorious has the guts lead once again. Shock at 38%. Goes for a stab. Not really what he wants to be doing, but it is a little bit of damage. It crits for 40. Sneeze comes out of... Ooh. Back-to-back crits, look at that, that's huge damage. Notorious just on the cusp of being on power. Pretty good damage roll for Dick Nixon. Keep Notorious from being able to use power here. Another stab from Notorious, it hits. Notorious landing a lot of attacks, it's just that most of them happen to not matter. 2 bites gonna come out, it misses, pushes them backwards. Dick Nixon has a shot. What's he gonna do? Soundwave? Soundwave L? Nothing? He decides nothing. Dick Nixon Pig takes game number 1. Bad natured dragon or good natured dragon better? Depends if you built speed or tank. Usually good nature is better though. Can't really benefit from anger the way a lot of other monsters can. Hypnotism opener misses at 50%. Goes for the Sneeze at 39, that's gonna miss as well. Notorious with a huge guts lead. Goes for a little whip. Hits at 59. I'm hoping for a miss here. Or wow, they just back up immediately, eh? Notorious does not want to use slot 2 and 3. Like, he's not interested in it at all. Here comes Soundwave L, 64%. There's a little bit of damage. 300, and Dick Nixon down to about half health. Hits Notorious with the charge. Normally a pretty good basic tech, but not so much when you have no power investment. Another Soundwave L comes out, it misses. Notorious still has a 40 guts lead. Goes for the severe shock, that's going to miss as well. Dick Nixon Pig. Slight guts lead for the first time in this match. Misses the charge. Notorious again up about 20 guts. Goes for another severe shock, 35. This one's going to land. 623 on the crit. That's not even his strongest attack. That's not even his final form, baby. We got Notorious. We got Dick Nixon. We got a game 3. Who you guys liking? Let's say you like Dick Nixon. Numbing Stab misses, which is pretty good. Pushes him into slot 2. Oh, but Dick Nixon's a pretty big boy. Hit actually pushes him further back. Goes for Soundwave L. Hits at 50%, but Dick Nixon has a 60 guts lead, which is huge. Misses the sneeze at 52%. Goes for the Hypnotism at 53. That's going to miss as well. 2 coin flips rolling in Notorious's favor. Goes for another Power Tech. Gonna land it. Almost no damage from that move, but it does push them into slot 2. Dick Nixon runs forward, uses 2 bites. It misses. Wouldn't have done much of anything, but still, unfortunately, he hasn't landed anything yet. Goes for the sneeze at 41. It's going to miss. 16 seconds left on the clock. Severe shock at 38%. You hate to see it. Leaves him with 3 life. Big damage. Dick Nixon Pig has 8 seconds to make something happen. Here comes the Soundwave from Notorious. It's just going to land. Dick Nixon misses every attack. Bunch of 50-50s. Could have landed. Notorious probably would have survived them, but it would have been a very different game through Withering and all of that. Very kind of unfortunate way for Dick Nixon to go out. But very fortunate way for my guy to stay in. Hell yeah, we take those, baby. I've been fucked over by RNG enough to not feel super bad about it when things actually go in my favor. It's okay. You'll... GG, Zev. I think Dick Nixon wins a great build. Spacient Beam and Becca. Oh, we got the Pixie fight? Pixie fight. Start a prediction. Who do you like? There's a Hot Springs episode in this arc. They gotta have a beach episode. Brother, my brother. Tell me what we fighting for. We've gotta end this war. I can't do R&B. Like I'll never have an R&B voice. My singing voice is way too gravelly. But to be fair, I don't know what Blessed Union of Souls did after that song came out either. So I think we've put out about the same amount of music. All right, what do we have? 65% on Spacient Beam. Have the soundtrack? Me too. It gives a purple hair. Were the Jills eliminated already? They were not. Tiana always does the M2M song at karaoke. It's a cute song. And I always ruin it. Damn, Mega Ray? Mega dead. God damn. No kick fight? I guess not. So funny because every time they do it at Tiana puts on the M2M song at karaoke, there's always someone that's like, were these the lesbian girls? They're talking about Tattoo and all the things she said, but like both like super big one-hit wonders in the early 2000s. 2 girl bands. There's a Jill around, but not for long. I think there's one in top 8, right? Oh my god, the flame one hit? Actually, no, it was one hit. I wasn't paying any attention. Flame crit, it's big damage. Going to game 3. I think there's one of winners, yeah. The high kick. Alright, we got a slap fight here. Spacient Beam down about 70 guts. Here comes the bang at 45%. It's gonna miss. But oh, the foolery! Is that the first foolery of this entire tournament? Mega Ray is gonna miss at 46%. See your Mega Ray and I raise you a Giga Ray, but that misses as well. Basic Bolt misses. Becca's still losing. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're halfway through this match. Becca has not landed anything. Goes for a little kick. It lands. Doesn't do anything, but, you know, officially on the board. There's another. Damn, crit Mega Ray leaves Becca with 29 life and power. Here comes another Giga Ray. 36%. It misses. Becca's got a shot here. Power. Flame 44%. I'd just be swinging that shit. Power Bolt at 69, that misses as well. Power has run out. Bolt's gonna miss anyway. Flame at 36. Can't land anything. Spacient Beam dodged every attack except for the little baby kick. There's one yesterday. That's fair. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. I was telling my stories. Alright. So, Spacient Beam wins that one. What do we got up next? We got Lamesickle and Craftworks. Okay. Prediction is live. There were worms? No, nobody entered a worm in this. There's a lot of monsters that didn't get entered in this. There's 12 worms neutered? 12 worms got neutered, oh my god. Alright, Lamesickle, Craftworks, who do you like? Craftworks, a lot more stats on his side. But a lot more attacks. Rip worms, 2023 to 2023, we hardly knew. Last time I went to Graveyard, we went to go see Anna's, I think it was her grandfather. I don't remember. It's just, you know, family goes out to go see stuff on Father's Day, things like that. Like a year ago. And I remember just looking at a random tombstone and it said like 2020 to 2020. And I was like, wow, that's very depressing. How's Forbidden Door? Much more fun than seeing that gravestone. 54% on Craftworks. There's at least 10% more fun than that. I actually really liked it. It's the first time I've been to like a major wrestling promo ever in my life, despite being a fan for years. I remember watching ads when for the 1 year, the 2 years that we had satellite, when we could like watch KTLA and like all these like American channels, and seeing ads for SummerSlam and shit like that, and being like, one day I'll go see a wrestling show. And finally got to see one, and it didn't disappoint. It was great. It was a lot of fun. You guys watch it, like, not live? You guys watch it on PPG? Shark, can you move to the West Coast so you won't have any chance to see much live anymore? Oh, that sucks. Note it? Right on. Yeah, I think Worm might be one of the worst monsters for this format. Frantic Rush might be your favorite attack of all time. It's pretty funny. He makes a great sound when he does it, and he cries. Man is panicking. But it's a bad move. It's awful. Not a good deck. Alright, so Craftworks wins game 1. What do we got now? Snowstorm misses. Update bracket? Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shoot that guy. Energy shots, 58%, doing big damage. Was I could have raised a Centaur? I went for something easy. Centaur wouldn't be very good for this either, I don't think. Yeah, you have to alternate the capital O's and lowercase O's to really get the Jill sound. Plus, I'll do big damage, 22. Centaur would be fine. Centaur has 4 intelligence attacks, and they're all bottom tier attacks. I don't think he would be fine. Can do worse than my guy. Yeah. I think Centaur would be up there with, like, as bad as Golem. Ice Wave, 31%. He swings it. Gonna miss. And Jill goes to his forever box. And Craftwork, moving on. Okay, so Arrow, Pharaoh Jr. and Chakra. Getting close to top 8. It's a couple of rounds left and losers before top 8, but a lot of strong monsters now. Sharka. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? Big Bird energy. And it's got Big Bird energy. Was there ever a mochi only tournament that I hosted? No. That sounds awful. I did the Oops All Zooms specifically because it was held at a time where the community wasn't particularly very big, and Zoom was a completely underrepresented monster in hard mode. So I wanted to see, you know, let's see a bunch of different builds and see what works. Doesn't really work for something like this, I don't think. Other people are free to run tournaments like that, but I don't like tournaments personally. I don't like entering a tournament where I feel like there's going to be a very small variety of builds. So I try not to run stuff like that. I try not to run stuff that I wouldn't enter myself, you know. Shout out to Cannon. Phantom Racer was arguably my biggest disappointment as a build. Got second predictably. Yeah, it was the Salamander one, right? My guy did good. He got like top 4 or something, if I remember correctly. In all worm tournament. Worm's got a couple of different builds. That would be more interesting than Mochi. Mochi would be interesting too because Mochi's got no attacks. There's a Zoom Mono. I thought the Salamander one. Did it not? I'd have to watch it again. All ghost tournament? Oh, that's awful. Big crit. Big crit rapid beaks. 2 and again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Freya, I knew which one you had because we talked about Phantom Racer and the reference and all of that. Yeah, Salamander did win. All mock tourney, JP insta wins with his one build. Cannon was mock, had 5 balls and fireball. Yeah, that was the weird one where the 5 balls were not like coming from his face; they were like coming out of his chest, like a chest cannon. It was weird. Remember my boy? What was it? Bushera Blanco or something like that. He did pretty good. I don't actually remember what he got, but I remember him doing pretty good. Birdie wins game 1. All right, we're going to game 3. Which legal information will JP name this mock this time? He's gonna use his mother's maiden name for his next mock. Misses that one. Card Tornado misses. Tail Assault is so funny because the move looks so unassuming and then it does 3 billion damage when it lands. My address and just dox myself. You already put your social security number. I guess yeah. JP Mon named Keyboard Juice. Oh my god, we haven't got that yet. That's an old reference. You guys don't 90% of you don't understand what he's talking about there. Oh my god, the crit I-beam, but real keeps him alive? Into the fire wave? Are you joking? Oh my god, the rare defensive real buff keeps him alive? God damn, dude. That Phoenix was working overtime. Workout. And he moves on. Look at that. That was crazy. That was an insane round. I didn't get sufficiently hyped for that, but, you know, what are you going to do? Things got real. Oh, sorry, Keyboard Juice, last SSBL. Well, as long as the new gens know about it. Alright, Straight A's and Notorious BIG. I just realized for the 2 fights he's done, I didn't just go into my freezer, I actually typed his name out. Alright, prediction is live. Who do you like here? Color Pandora. Very similar. Only real difference is that Straight A's has the maxed out power. And it has enough stats that equal It has one additional power tech, basically. It has an additional 150. Okay. What do we got? Also, just thank you to everybody for hanging out. Tournaments are fun. Can't run them all the time, but I do enjoy them, and I'm glad you guys enjoy them too. 65% on straight A's. Mega Shotgun at 60%. Do we see an opener? Maximal Shock opener? Oh my god, he just swings it. He's like, fuck this, I'm getting it over with. Goes for Giant Whip. It's gonna land. A little bit of damage, a little bit of withering. About 100 damage on that. Severe Shock is gonna miss as well. Straight A's with a huge guts lead. Mega Cracker at 57. 33 damage, but minus 35 guts into the shotgun. Straight A's. 3 for 3 on his attacks. Notorious down to half health. Finally, we see a little bit of guts rate parity. Another Giant Whip is going to come out. It's going to land. Notorious with a 10 guts lead, but he's going to need something big to actually get back in this. He's really far behind with only 20 seconds left on the clock. Hits a Soundwave, crits for 220, but he's going to need one of those slot 3 techs to win this. Hits the Mega Shotgun. He's definitely going to need it now. No power proc. Yeah, he's fucked if he doesn't use Severe Shock. He goes for 36%. It misses. A Hope and a Dream. All he had. Straight A's landing every attack, and another one just to be a big bitch about it and lands it. God damn. Undodgeable. Withering is possibly viable in this format? Maybe. Because there's a good chance they don't actually use the attacks they want to afterwards. Mega Shotgun. Alright, we're now like 8 for 8 on attack. Straight A's hasn't missed a single attack. This is how I always go out, right? It's just... This is a little bit ridiculous at this point. Hasn't missed a single attack. Soundwave's gonna land. At least we get a crit. We're still in it. We're still in it. It's another one. No crit this time. Straight A's. But see, we got a tail swing. Still batting 1,000 on this fucking... Oh my god, he finally misses the Giant Whip. We're finally back in the game, boys. And here comes another Mega Shotgun, and we get a miss there. 50 guts lead for Notorious. He goes for a Soundwave. Safe chip damage. He's not too far behind. Goes for Maximal Shock because he's a big fucker, and he gets it. Oh my god, 600 damage. There's the grit. 10 seconds left on the clock. Straight A's needs to use something like... That's not a power tag, basically. Triple shots, 49%. It's going to miss. 1 second left on the clock. Both monsters can attack, but I don't think Straight A's has what it takes to take it with that few guts. He swang for the fences there. That was crazy. We got a game 3. My boy's nothing if not entertaining. He knows how to put on a show. Battle Ritual opener at 30%. Gonna miss the Soundwave at 69. Hits the Soundwave, minus 11 guts. Good withering roll on that one. Goes for it again, 67%. Hits that one as well. Keeping Straight A's locked out. Goes for the Severe Shock at 37%. That's gonna land as well. No crit. Straight A's still in it. In the yellow though. And they have similar guts parity currently. Vital Ritual can still seal this match. That's the reason Straight A's is still in this tournament. Stealing matches with that move. Soundwave Ella is gonna land. And Notorious B.I.G. moves on to another round. Big, 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 big. This man's EA. We got you, buddy. We got you. Protagonist be protagging. You know, after getting hit by like 12 attacks in a row, bam, 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 bam. Hell yeah. We're still in it, brother. That means my boy made the victory road run. Lost round 2, made it to top 8. Let's go. GG's, Straight A's. I don't know if I deserve to win that, but no, we'll take it. Eclipse and Spacient Beam up next. Oh, I gotta fight the winner of this. Oh my god. So this round is to get into top 8. Prediction is live. Make your bets. Who do you like? Big, big. I lost my voice a little while ago. I can't do my regular old vocal frying. I can, but I'd have to like warm up for it. Mill watching part 1, took a nap, came back Took a knack, came back, put on head facts. I was wondering why I had moose in my ears. Ew. Taking the strong dino, rough match. Intelligence zoom, it's intelligence everybody, baby. It's the kind of tournament we're doing. Okay, what do we got on the bets? 65% on Eclipse. 37 Firebomb. Having a 1 in 3 shot to instantly win is pretty crazy. There's the grit. Spacient Beam's not out of it yet, but all of a sudden, those power attacks are no longer useless. Big Bang. Misses out at 38%. And things crank again. Look at this. Got a high kick 53. That's going to miss as well. Hypnotism. Gonna give her the spook. Nah, she's immune to it. Alright, she's still swinging the big moves. Here comes Bang. That's gonna miss as well. What do we got? Tail Lash 60%. Tail Lash is a pretty good move right now. Bolt's gonna miss as well. Fireball at 46. You could have 500 defense if you remembered form existed. Oh, the Tail Lash win. Look at that. It's hard to remember everything when you're doing a build. I should write like a checklist and like check everything off. I like the... Yeah, if you had... Like, do you have like normal form? Is that your play? Because if you did that, you could, yeah. 100 defense, 999 life would have been helpful. I mean, it's still pretty good. Still a good-ass monster. Hits a fire breath. How much damage are we looking at? Oh, it doesn't actually hit it. I don't know why I thought it hit. Just resting. I should have looked through my monsters before starting. That's fair. Hundo damage on the Hypnotism. Giga Ray is gonna miss. Drop landed here now, so this is an intelligence-focused tournament? Yeah. So this tournament has 2,800 composite stat caps. So all your stats together must equal 2,800 or less. The second stipulation is that you can't have more than 200 power. That's just to make it get easier to actually train because, you know, lowering stats is very difficult in this game. Lowering stats on purpose. So those are the two main stipulations. But what makes it interesting is that every power tech your monster has increases that stat cap by 150 points. Oh my god, the Fire Breath. Spacient Beam not going down, but losing regardless. Putting on a show. It's 2-0 for Eclipse. So the whole premise of the tournament is, do you want a monster with no useless techs? Or do you want a monster with good stats and a chance to swing like garbage? Understandable and Craftworks up next. So you'll see Understandable has like max stats, has 5,000 composite, which is nearly double what the base is for this tournament. Craftworks has 1,000 less composite than him, which is crazy. It's basically, Understandable has an entire stat max that Craftworks doesn't. You can see all these stats are maxed. Okay, prediction is live. What do we got? What do we got on the bets here? Cool premise. Yeah, I like to come up with, you know, offbeat stuff. It's more in line with how tournaments used to be run before DX dropped. With the idea of like the Monster Rancher Battle League and all of that stuff. Even Monster Rancher Battle League at one point was like very unique in the way it was run, but having just like heavyweight, lightweight, middleweight formats and then welterweight afterwards, just having a monster that's available at the drop of the hat and me being like, hey, next week we're doing a lightweight tournament, get your lightweight monsters available, is a very Japanese centric style of tournament format. That's kind of how they do things, where you enter the same monsters, so there's like no struggle to like build. You decide like, you know what, I'm gonna build another monster whenever you feel like it. Or if you see tournament signups, you're like, you know what, I guess I'll enter my monster this week. We kind of do more like purpose-built tournaments, where it's like, we have very specific stipulations here, and you need to build for this tournament specifically, and not so much just have something in the freezer. Seems a bit OP. We'll see. It's in losers. It's lost once. 66% on Craftworks, by the way. Makes it both formats is pretty sweet. I think so too. I think having like what is basically like a low engagement tournament, like something that like doesn't require a lot of player effort because, you know, the effort's already been done is good. And I think having something that's never been done before is also fun for obvious reasons. Fireball miss at 40%. Neither monsters landed an attack for more than halfway through the match. We got energy shot coming up, miss at 60. We got Colossal at 55, that's going to miss as well. 15 seconds left on the clock. A lot of accurate attacks in both these monsters' loadouts. Maybe not so much the Zoom with its intelligence attack specifically, missing Million Claws at 52%. Craftworks needs to swing something here. I think it's going to lose on Gats. It doesn't swing. Goes for Colossal, hits it at the buzzer beater, does 8 damage, but it's enough. Damn. Slow and Steady was fun. I like Slow and Steady. I apologize that I kept calling it Slow Learners because I couldn't remember what it was called. Dust Cloud. 34 Withering down. Ooh, energy shot lands, procs anger immediately though. So Craftworks gonna have a better chance to hit here. Maybe not. Understandable runs out his anger. Craftworks with a very, very slight life deficit currently. Hits another energy shot. Still losing by a little bit, but he's got the guts lead. If he can keep landing those energy shots, he's in a pretty good spot. Seemed like the slow learner was me. Yeah, exactly. We haven't had a tiebreaker yet where we consult guts used. In this tournament, no, we haven't. Not yet. We got Fireball? Oh, well, that's definitely going to take it. That's it for the match. That's it for the match. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, though. It's only 1-1.
Gazpacho soup is here.
Gazpacho soup is here. Yeah, I know it's 1-1. Don't worry, guys. Craftworks. Okay. Game 3, here we go. Meter at 37. That's quite the opener, but it does miss. It do be missing. Million bites, 47%. It's going to land 102 damage. God dang. The power attack's doing a good grip. That Dust Cloud barely did more damage, but it did 40 withering. Oh my god. We got Jumping Fire. Well, I do think that's it. I do believe that's the end. This is the end. Not the best opening? No. Okay, so the Zoom moves on. So we got 2 Zooms in top 8. We got our last play-in for top 8. We got Regulus and we got Chakra. The only hanger in the entire tournament. I think was Chakra the only Phoenix? There's a lot of one-offs that did pretty good. Stray Days making 9th place despite being the only color Pandora as well. Yeah, prediction is live. Cool how with even relatively low power, the techs are making a difference in matches? Yeah. They're still, like, not as good as just swinging an intelligence attack, but they're not, like... They're not completely unusable all the time. Hanger Run Go Hard? What are you talking about? 53% on Regulus. Oh, Tornado's gonna miss as well. Oh, big old burst cannon. Chakra with the natural grit. Still hanging in there, not dead. Blue Phoenix can't get grit, so that's about as close to grit as it can get. Fire Tornado, big damage. Arm Cannon 68, and put the bird in the ground. Which is not where birds want to be. That's the opposite where birds want to be. Going to game number 2. Here we go. I-beam opener. I-beam has been doing so much work, and it will continue to do work as Regulus moves on to top 8. Well, Chakra had quite the run, but that run has come to an end. I'm going to take a look real quick. What was Chakra's run? Chakra was in same round as Notorious BIG, losers round 2. Basically losers round 1. Chakra win anything? Chakra beat Pool Noodle. Oh, so there wasn't two. There was 2. That's right. There was 2 Color Pandoras, but Pool Noodle went 0-2, unfortunately. The Chakra won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. 1, 2, 3, sorry, 4 matches. That's pretty good. You did good. You done good, Boyd. Alright. So we are now officially in top 8. Exclamation mark, not exclamation make. That's not a thing anyone's ever said. Exclamation mark bracket to see where we're at. We got Deeznuts and Catastrophe up next. We're in winners again. We had, what, 4 Jills in this tournament? We got 1 left. We got Catastrophe, which I think is the only Kato. There's a lot of one-offs. Oh no, there's a Crescent as well. But this is the only Citrony, for sure. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like here? Even though PhDs is the guy who sent me to Losers, I love that monster. It's a good name. He's an intelligent boy. Catastrophe already beat Freeze Easy. That was his first match, which was another Jill. Can he do it again? He beat Baskerville. He beat Regulus. Now we're here. Phdsnuts went through Understandable, Spacient Beam, and Nasty Little Man. Oh no, wait, it went through Phdsnuts went through Understandable, Becca, and Pharaoh Jr. So those are all monsters we saw today. Okay. What do we got here? 66% on the cat. Snowstorm opener? No snowstorm opener. He goes for ice spikes instead. Walks all the way forward, gives him the spikes. Gets vigor immediately. Are we going to see a fury proc off the vigor? That would certainly be something. We did not. Deeznuts not having a lot of life, meaning that those power attacks are actually going to put on a lot of work in this matchup if he actually lands them. Twister Claw. Do we see Claw Combo? Claw Combo. Gonna do a lot of damage. 180 on the crit. Oh my god. Into the oil spray, 42%. He doesn't blind him with science, though. Here comes the Cold Breath, 65%. It's gonna miss. Catastrophe with something? He sure is. He beats him with just power attacks. That'd be crazy. But he's gonna hit the crit Twister Claw for 460 damage. That's a one-shot from max health. Here comes another Cold Breath attempt. It's gonna miss again on 2/3 chance. What do we got? Oil Spray to run down the clock. He's gonna miss. 1 second left on the clock. Phdsnuts goes for a third Cold Breath. Finally lands one. It hits. He's gonna win on the buzzer beater on the grit comeback. He made it. He did it. Still in. The Jill's still in. It's not ugly, but so unsettling. It is pretty unsettling. Here comes the double slaps. That's gonna miss. For it again. Hits that one. One wither. Flash Claws. Gonna do significantly more damage, yeah. About 10% uses health. Catastrophe. Sitting at about 95% right now. Big Guts lead because of anger. Twister Claw with anger. And a miss. Still has over 70% chance to hit one, and also has a 20 guts lead. Goes for a second one, lands the second one, just straight up nukes him. Catastrophe is gonna win game number 2. We're going to game 3. It'd be funny if these two had the same sub. Yeah, in either way, what's his name? The Zorgil. Zorgil would have been funny, and Blue Kato would have been funny as well. Hits him with the oral spray finally. Look at that move. 346 damage, minus 47 guts. He hit him with an attack, and he has the guts lead. Smoke breath 59%. Oh no, the Jill doesn't like that. Because he knows he has to go to losers now. Catastrophe. Guaranteed top 6. I guess he was already guaranteed top 6. Now he's guaranteed top 4. Look at that. The kitty cat does it. 2-1 Catastrophe in winners finals. We got Philakio and MF Decapod. These are both killers. Philakio is the other Kamui in the tournament. A little bit stronger in general than Baskerville. Has much better stats. And MF Decapod is... well, you'll see MF Decapod in a sec. This is Macho Cheese's monster. This is nearly 5,000 stat monster. Actually has low intelligence. Of all of the stats he decided to put points into, intelligence is the lowest. Prediction is live. He's got max speed and max defense. So satisfying seeing oil fire without bugs on a monster. Yeah, it's nice. I'm in the tower of power. Too sweet to be sour. Monkey like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place. That's true. It is true. Baskerville's great. Kamui name. It is great. 82% on the crab. Wow. Gonna miss. Goes for the bite. He's in the lead, but it's only 1 damage. It's just wasting guts. You see Sting Slash, 64%. A lot of wasted guts on MF Decapods. 1-2 gonna land. Charge gonna land. Philakio is swinging a million times. Has the same amount of guts as his opponent because of the massive guts differential. Guts rate differential, I should say. Another Sting Slash gonna miss. Ice Bomb. This is MF Decapod. Has not been hit by an intelligence attack yet, but he's so bulky that a single intelligence attack from him would be enough to take the lead. Hits the tail swings. That move is a heavy tech. It does 50 damage though. Here we go. Roar. Big damage attempt. Big withering attempt. It misses. 10 seconds left on the clock. Philakio still has the guts lead though. But what are we gonna see? More power attacks. They're in slot 1. We see a lightning attempt, 41%. It's gonna miss. Decapod, I think, is gonna win the thing. No, he goes for another lightning, but it misses again. 38%. MF Decapod did not land a single intelligence attack, but neither did his opponent. And it's enough for him to win. That's Kamui, yeah. Decapod wins game 1. Blizzard opener, 45%. Swing and a miss. Long punch. Gives him a little bonk on the head, 33 damage. Bolt's gonna land, but it's barely more damage than the power tech did. Sting Slash gonna hit as well. Crits for 39 damage, but minus 20 guts. You know, it's kind of hard to wither Kamui, but 20 guts is a lot, regardless. Philakio behind despite actually landing an intelligence attack and his opponent not. 1-2 gonna land, but only 7 damage on the crit. Decapod still with the lead. Bismuth lets 60. Gets him with the stretch Armstrong. Philakio has the guts lead once again, up by 20. He's always gonna have the guts lead, but it's hard for him. Hits another 1-2 at 41%. He's landing a lot of attacks that are like well below 50. It's just that they don't do any damage. 7 seconds left on the clock. Philakio not using these intelligence attacks at all. In range to use Blizzard, he decides not to though. Another 1-2. Half a second on the clock. Decapod's gonna win it. He took an intelligence attack. He still won. He got hit. He got hit, and he still won. That's very annoying. Yeah, I mean, having a lot of power attacks will do that, unfortunately. That's why I let Tiger be legal. I let Tiger rock in this. Did it. Movies obtainable in DX. Yeah, all the monsters are. All the enemy monsters are. So our winners finals is Catastrophe and MF Decapod. Alright, we're moving on to losers. We got Notorious, BIG, and Eclipse. Also, all the monsters that were available in the Japan-only version of the game are in DX as well. So like the Golem, that's just a whiskey bottle, stuff like that. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? You finally have Portoka and most? Yep, you can. And when am I gonna laugh so hard? Dude, I told you. I told you your monster was good. It's so funny that you're also just like, what if I just didn't put any points into intelligence anyway? Have to beat them? I don't even know if you have to beat them. I know you don't have to beat the other enemy monsters. I think you just need to collect their card, which means you just need to see them. Might be different for Most and Portoka. I think you have to beat Legend Cup to get Moo, right? Like Moo is still locked until you do that, pretty sure. Luck, thank you. Good luck to you too. Alright, what do we got on the bets? 56% on Eclipse. I do think Eclipse has upper hand here. Firebomb, 36%. Decides not to go for it. Got a Soundwave L opener. Gonna do a little bit of damage. 190, not bad. Not bad. Ooh, the Fire Breath miss at 40%. Notorious BIG with a 30 Guts lead. Goes for the Shock at 39. It misses, but it's very quick animation. Neither of these monsters wants to be in slot 1. Moo is in the Hairy Dragon, yeah. Let me stab 45%. It lands. 16 damage. Not great, but, you know, it's something. Tail's gonna miss. Gonna push him into slot 3. We're going to do Firebomb again, but we move all the way forward. Eclipse not really using those power attacks too much. Hanging out. Firebomb 34. Oh, it misses. Does 11 damage to himself. Actually pretty high, all things considered, on the recoil there. Diving Stab misses. 11 seconds left. Soundwave L gonna come out. That's gonna miss as well. Still has 50 guts. He can keep swinging if he wants. He goes for another one. 61%. That's gonna miss as well. Eclipse dodging everything. Here comes the fireball, but he can't land it. Notorious BIG wins game number 1. Oh, didn't have the specific pressing of Bex and Gold. It's mellow gold, Macho. Who's the fake fan now, you fuck? Don't even know. Fake fan talking about fake fans. SMH. Million Bites miss 41%. Notorious BIG with a 40 Guts lead now. But he's on Numbing Whip, so that's not going to do anything. 11 Guts down's not nothing, I guess, but definitely not what he wants to be using. Electric Stab 39. That's going to miss as well. It's going to push them back, but Eclipse now has a 30 Guts lead. Ooh, Fire Breath's going to do a chunk here. 908, just enough to kill. Actually tried, I didn't know it was a specific pressing. Did you get Mum Mew? Which I think is what everyone else got. Don't remember. All you remember is it wasn't Moo. Alright. Don't be using all your guts and stab. Come on, man. Ah. Okay, misses the Fire Breath. Notorious only down about 10 guts. Tail Ashes is going to miss as well. We got Maximal Shock 37%. Goes for Severe Shock at 37%. It's going to land. That's going to do a bunch of damage. Almost 600. Eclipse down to about 30% life. Goes for the Fire Breath, but that's going to land at 37% as well. Crits for 999. There's the grit. 18 seconds left on the clock. We need the protagonist luck. Here comes Soundwave X at 66%. It misses. Fuck. Come on, Notorious, you got this. Severe Shock. Do it. I believe in you. No! Really? Oh my god. Oh well. It happens. GG's. Oh well. At least it was fun. So the Zoom moves on. Notorious finishes 7th. That's pretty good for my little snaily boy. I'm okay with that. Understandable and Regulus up next. He had a shot. He had a chance. Oh, man. He really liked using Numbing Whip in that. Despite having 3 other techs in that slot. I guess he used all of his techs in slot, too. What are you gonna do, huh? Okay. I'll take a top 8 finish in a format this fucked up. I'm okay with that. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? Played a lot of Monster Rancher 2 back in the day, but was never much of a prodigy breeder. Had some battle challenges with my friends and stuff, but let me tell you, my strongest monster ever doesn't come close to the stuff you've seen today. What if I told you that the stuff you see today is only as weak as it is because we specifically don't run max stat tournaments because we find them boring? If they were legal, every single monster would be max stats. It's just that it's not fun to watch. Notorious last second out his middle finger and used power tech instead of intech. You know, if you're gonna lose, but you lose with style, did you really lose? The answer is yes, but also maybe no. 87% on understandable. People are liking the zoom in this. Fire breath gonna do big damage. There's the grit though. He did do the purest Monster Rancher thing of sitting on the tech you want him to use and not doing the thing. It's true. It's true. That was a really fun match though. I'm happy we got this. Ooh, Yo-Yo doing big damage. I could probably get a whole $5 of selling my copy of that, which actually generates Moo. Lexi, do you have the one that actually generates Moo on NTSC, or does it generate Moo on PAL? I got max outs with Game Shark. You can see how bad I was. You learn a couple of little things about it, and then that's all you need. NTSC. I might buy it off you. Being completely honest, if you're interested in selling it. Jumping Claw, gonna hit. That lasted a very long time considering he almost died instantly. Take some knowledge to do. People weren't really raising max stats on yeah. A bunch of little things when they put together to help. Yeah, if you wanna, like, I have guide videos and stuff. I don't know if you found my channel through YouTube or whatever, but ! YouTube if you wanna see all my competitive and, you know, just basic breakdowns and stuff that I've made. See now everyone better on the zoom. I think it's good. I think the zoom's pretty good. Regulus is doing his damnedest though. All 300s is basically max stats junior. Yeah. It changes a couple of the damage formulas, but it's mostly the same thing. Get some of the kick. Understandable has all his power attacks active. I don't think he's winning this one. He gets anger, runs out the clock on himself. We're going to a game 3. Remember one of my friends found out about Monster Rancher Metropolis and some of the breeding guides there? The nominal method, the revolution? Oh, for sure. 100%. When you see that for the first time, it does go quite a bit deeper than that, though. Oh, the firebomb opener? The firebomb closer. Not quite. Grit's still hanging in there. Yeah, there's a lot of specific things you need to do, especially in DX, which has shorter lifespans than the version we got in the West. It does take a little getting used to, but you can make it work. I think the idea of stat array tournament... I think the idea of a stat array tournament. I think so too. Fix with only lifesteal and refresh and 20 pajamas to King 8. Anyway. Firebomb, you know, Regulus is gonna have a hell of a time coming back from that. Understandable wins that one, 2-1. So, in our top 6, we got Catastrophe and MF Decapod hanging out in winners finals. But in losers, we got Deeznuts and Eclipse and Philakio in Understandable. So, here we go. First up, PM Deeznuts. Also, you know, I talk about how I used to do commentary for like fighting games and Smash and stuff in the past, right? And I really enjoy it, but the thing that's the most, like, the most stressful thing about it is that people fucking hate it if your commentary style isn't exactly what they're looking for. If you're too analytical, if you're too color commentary, if you're too not paying attention to the match, if you're too paying attention to the match and you're not being interesting enough. Everybody fucking hates their own little thing, you know? Nobody likes it, but everybody has a thing they hate, right? Nobody has a thing they like, but people have a thing they hate. And for this, the community is so small that it's like everybody has their own commentary style, but everybody's very respectful about it. Nobody's super over it about, you know, like, oh, Nash isn't paying attention to the match. It's like, none of you care. And if you do, you can suck my nuts. Most of you don't. 52% on Phdsnuts. Fujita style's great. Yeah. It's hard to do Fujita style as someone who is doing commentary for people who are in the know, though, right? His commentary style only works if you're doing it to an audience of people who don't know anything about the game. So if I were like, you know, say I was at a con or whatever, and it was up on the big screen, and I was doing live commentary to like an audience, I would have like a much more animated, like, what's gonna happen style of commentary, you know? But everybody here already knows all that stuff, so it's more about like the math behind it and like play-by-plays and like what's going on. Freya, I like your comms, you get so excited. Yeah, Freya's comms are great. Am I going to SawCon this year? I might. Specifically because I want to win... Wait, is SawCon even in person? I thought it was just like a week-long event online. I'm in the Fraud Crew Discord. Also, the Zoom wins it. Or are you just making a joke? You don't know that SawCon is an actual thing? Because like I understand the pun there. Yeah, no, I get it. I understand the joke, Freda, but SawCon does exist. I thought you were talking about the week-long poverty fighting game tournament. Yeah, it does. SawCon.me. Gotcha, bitch. There we go. Plants are low tier, but they're not horrible. I've done decent with them. They're pretty good. That's the real option select. It's a joke. I got her, but also it's a real website. I know, Click. It's a real website. It's not doity. It's where to go if you want to see One Must Fall and Primal Rage tournaments. Something fun. Oh my god. I tried to say something and like I immediately coughed. Eclipse is gonna win that one. It's gonna move on. Phdsnuts with the 0-2, 2 losses in a row after making top 8. But it happens sometimes, you know? Winning in winners is more important than winning in losers. Eclipse is gonna move on. Philakio and Understandable up next. So we have a Kamui, we have a Kato, and we have 3 tanks left in the tournament. Or 3, not necessarily tanks, but monsters that went all in on all their stats. Having higher stats does a lot. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? That was embarrassing. It happens, though. What are you going to do? You made top 8. Primal Rage? Yeah, Primal Rage is great. Week-long Poverty Fighter Championship. It's great. The Fraud Crew folks are fantastic. They're all
Gazpacho soup is here.
JP's got the gazpacho soup. All right. What do we got on the bet here? 81%. 15,000 chips on Understandable. Love Primal Rage. My favorite bit of info about Primal Rage is there's one version of the game that I'm pretty sure was one of the... What do you call it? It was one of the arcade-only versions but it was basically if you did too many projectiles in a row, or if your combo was too big, you would get stunned. You get stunned if your combo was too good, or if you zoned too well. And it would just say, "Don't be a loser," or whatever, and then your opponent would get a free combo. I'm playing volleyball with the tribute followers on Primal Rage? Hell yeah. This is the only Jaguar game you've played? Jeez, you got a Jaguar? That's crazy. Bloody Roar's fun. Sounds like a fighting game for bitches. Yeah, no, it's only one version of the game, and, you know, it came out at a time where that was a very common conception of, like, not necessarily a competitive level of play, but definitely a casual level. But the game that, like, everyone plays these days isn't that version. Doesn't have that. Ooh, the firebomb miss. Philakio wins game 1, by the way. Didn't have one, but one of your neighbors did? Oh, okay. Match player friendly FGC game. Yeah, they were thinking ahead. Oh, the bolts. Philakio's got some Bolton. The Michael Bolton under his belt. For lightning, gonna miss. 66%. Handed my sibling and me controllers and said mash buttons to win. You know, when you don't know what you're doing, there is some truth to that. I think people who are like very bad at fighting games and are not used to being bad at video games, because, you know, single player games hold your hand, they always talk about how it's like, I shouldn't be able to like play a game and lose to someone who's just mashing. And it's true, you shouldn't if you're good at the game. But you're not good at the game, and it's okay to not be good at the game. But this whole concept of like, I played for 4 hours, how am I losing to someone who's never played before? And it's because 4 hours isn't enough time to learn a skill. I've been playing guitar for 4 hours, how come I suck just as bad as the guy who's never touched it before? I don't know. Probably because you suck too. Just marginally less. What if both you and your friends know an infinite? Want to learn a fucking infinite? Can Philakio go the distance? He's in a good spot right now. Understandable's got that hurry though. We see hurry hypnotism. Hurry hypnotism would be very funny because I don't think it'd even do enough. Philakio's gonna eliminate Understandable and move on. It's a lot of guts. It's a lot of chips that you guys have lost. Top 6 ain't bad. It definitely ain't bad. Philakio with the 2-1. So we got Eclipse and Philakio next. That was it. 10. We're probably going to end the stream a little bit early tonight. We're just going to end when the tournament ends. But, you know, I would like to spend a little bit of time with my family tonight. After all of the crazy work I've been doing up until this point, spending all the nights streaming is, you know, it's just more work. But we will be live tomorrow. We'll be doing another stream tomorrow. I don't actually know what we're going to do. We are family. It's true, that too. Okay, fiction is live. Who do you like? Format every monster capable of randomly being an idiot and losing at any time. It's true. It's more gambling than normal. Have you had any good stories tonight, like the wedding story? No, I haven't. You're from Brazil, so having Jaguar showed you had a bunch of money. Oh my god. Damn. I get that. But also, imagine that your status symbol being like one of the shittiest consoles of all time. Like, I have so much money, I can blow it away on this fucking garbage. That's crazy. I have a Sega Saturn that I got in, like, the year 2014 or something. And the only games I have for it are, like, RoboPit and Wipeout 1, and then X-Men Children of the Atom, all 3 Street Fighter Alphas, Street Fighter the movie, the game, and Virtua Fighter 2. Darkstalkers 2, Vampire, or what is it called? Night Warriors? Sonic R stream? No. So it's mostly just, it's a fighting game console is basically what I have it as. Your system I had was 32X. I remember my friend having it and me just being like, what the fuck is this? Skip the Saturn went from Genesis to Dreamcast. I only ever knew one person that had a Dreamcast. Do we see a double blizzard? The second one misses. Eclipse is going to win game 1. I've got a lot of stories about weddings and stuff I've done, but that is, the one yesterday was just like comedy of errors. Everything went wrong, and none of it had anything to do with me. Jaguar and Saturn were 2 consoles here in Brazil that screamed rich person. Brother, I was poor growing up here. You had a console, you were rich. That's how... I remember my mom telling me, and I remember knowing, like, thinking this as a kid, after she reminded me. But my sister and I used to think that anybody who had an upstairs was rich. Like, that was, like, the delineator. It's like, you got 2 floors, you got money. And, it's pretty funny to think about as an adult, but... that's how I thought. Eclipse is gonna win that one 2-0. We were sitting with a friend's house for a sleepover. No one wanted to use the virtual boy. We tried duct taping it, keep it on. Nothing worked. Oh my god. Wow, you own a house? You got money. Yeah, exactly. Eclipse gonna win it. Eclipse moving on. Guaranteed 3rd place. Philakio gets 4th overall. Pretty good for, you know, an underdog like Kamui, who nobody expected to go very far. Catastrophe and MF Decapod up next. We got our winners finals. Winners finals, losers finals, grands. We'll do best of 3. How about that? Or best of 5. Say first to 3. We got the time. We got the time. Bow, bow. So Eclipse wins that one. You followed the rules. You did follow the rules. And you got 4th following the rules. Not too bad. I was the only incompetent person at that wedding aside from the person officiating. Person officiating was just kind of winging it. They're like, yeah, whatever. They had a very blasé attitude about the whole thing, which I thought was like really funny. But they did their job. They just didn't seem to care too much. Pretty funny. 85% on decapod. People not believing in the cat. This is first to 3 wins. As opposed to the regular first to 2. We've been running. We've been running up until this point. Full fire, 45%. Gonna land that? No, does not land it. But decapod, sitting at about 75% health, hits the sting. It's gonna put him in the lead by a little bit. Misses the second one. Catastrophe with double the guts of his opponent. Lick at 46 might actually be pretty good here. Getting the damage is good with something like Twister Claw or Oil Spray. But getting the withering when you have the lead like this, I think is probably more important. Because decapod's gonna outdamage you. Not so much about trying to get the life lead as much as it is about getting the guts lead. Sting Slash is going to land, do a good chunk of withering, almost no damage though. Yeah, I've tried to make that one special breed of mono. What is it? Burning Wall? The one you find on Errantry? Yeah, that's Burning Wall. So, Catastrophe wins game 1. It's the energy shot. Good opener. 2 in a row. Goddamn, you got no guts, but you got anger. So Catastrophe is going to build a guts lead over his opponent. It's just, you know, you don't like to be put in this situation where you're down on guts and down on life. Smoke Breath with anger. God, that would have done like 1,000 withering. Would have done like 60. Somersault's gonna land, a little bit more withering, a little bit of damage. No anger on this one. Oh my god, the tail swings is gonna land as well. Another 11 guts now. Catastrophe does not have a very fast guts rate, so this is like adding up. It's really chunking his ability to put out damage. Oil Spray 41%. It's gonna land, won't put him in the lead, but does stop MF Decapod from being able to attack for a very long time. Minus 45 guts. 9 seconds left on the clock. Catastrophe needs something big to win this, but he is pretty close. Another oil spray might do it. Is he gonna go for oil spray? He's hanging out. Oh my god, he waits till the timer is almost done, and then he swings it, but he misses. 1-all going into game 3. Game number 3, here we go. When I come to think about it, I only got to play games where I was younger because of how accessible modded consoles were here. Played a lot of B-side RPGs on PS1 only because I could buy like lots of games for the price of a retail one. Yeah. Bootleg games and stuff were pretty big in my community as well. All the like 100 games in one Game Boy games and shit like that. Tailswing is gonna miss. Catastrophe down a little bit. Might as well be like a moat of damage between them though. Catastrophe needs to do significantly more to his opponent than his opponent needs to do to him. These power attacks aren't going to do anything to Decapod. I think having high defense in this format, being able to take hits and also dodge is actually pretty solid. Not just because, you know, obviously being more resilient and dodging just numerically good, but if you're fighting other monsters that have a lot of power attacks, there's a good chance that you're going to outdamage them with your power attacks. Oh, the Twister Claw lands with 2 seconds left in the match. I think it's barely enough. It's going to be very close. Who's going to go ahead? 85.5 to 83.1. We got a 2-1 for Catastrophe. Is Catastrophe going to winners to grand finals? He's on match point here. Look at this. Sting's going to land. Ooh. Pretty big damage there. That's, I think, more damage than Catastrophe has done to Decapod. Goes for the oil fire, 45%. It's gonna miss. Decapod off to a really, really strong start in this one. Goes for another oil fire, 42%. It lands, it crits, but even with the crit, Decapod's in the lead, and then he immediately hits both a punch right now, and right before it, he hit an energy shot, which, you know, not a lot of damage, but a lot of withering. Another punch, just kind of running down the clock. Catastrophe can take these power hits, but he does so little damage to his opponent that they're starting to add up. Misses the oil spray at 40. Got 12 seconds left, another punch. Gonna miss. Catastrophe needs something substantial to hit here. I don't think any power attacks, definitely no power attacks will do it. But he's gonna need something like Twister Claw or stronger, and he gets withered for 30 on the energy shot. Decapod is gonna win that game, bringing us to game 5. It can't get any closer than this. Here we go. These matches are so intense. I think they're intense specifically because you gave your monster so little offense, Macho. I think if you gave them max, it'd be a little bit less tense. Oh, he hits the Twister, he goes for oil spray immediately after, which actually wouldn't have been too bad of a play because it would have left Decapod with about 20 guts and a massive life deficit. 4 punches in a row, misses the 4th one. A non-negligible amount of damage. That energy shot is actually going to put Decapod into the lead by a very small amount with 30 seconds left. He has about 20 guts. His opponent has about 15. Building that lead a little bit more with the long punch. Tiny bits of withering here and there are really adding up against this Kato. We have Twister Claw locked and loaded. Fist Missile 55. We've seen that move twice today and it's hit both times. Minus 7 guts. We're on Twister Claw. We're on Smoke Breath. But he goes for Thrust Claw? Man. 3 seconds left. Catastrophe can still win the Smoke Breath. Crit Smoke Breath might do it. It'll be very close, but it's definitely not going to do it if it misses. MF Decapod moving on to Grand Finals. Catastrophe needs to fight another high stat monster in Eclipse. MF Decapod winning that one 3-2. Went all the way to Game 5. It went the distance. These matches are a lot more interesting than I thought they would be, to be completely honest. Oh, I probably should have added more. Low damage matches often aren't super interesting, but when both monsters have the chance to do like the same amount of damage and like every hit matters, it's very tense. All right. Will Catastrophe get his run back? Or will we see 2 high stat monsters in top 2? Prediction is live. Who do you like? Excited, but top 3 is best I've done in a long time, so really happy with this. Hell yeah. Catastrophes and losers finals now? Yep. We got losers finals right now. Catastrophe and Eclipse. Who do you like on this one? We got almost everyone betting on the Zoom right now. Who raised the cat? That's Azu. I don't think Azu's entered any tournaments in a really long time. They just come back and they're like, oh, by the way, here's my top 3 monster. 91%, 10K on Eclipse. People don't believe in the cat. This is also best of 5. First to 3 wins. Misses the firebomb on the frame 1. Block combo 46%. Gonna do significantly more damage to Eclipse with these power attacks than he was doing to Decapod. But he has to actually land them first. But equal in guts and equal in life right now. Tail's gonna finally hit. 24 damage. Not much, but a lead is a lead. Ooh, the Turn Claw gonna do 32 damage. Slight lead for Catastrophe right now. 23 seconds left on the clock. Twister Claw at 72. Eclipse dodging all these intelligence attacks, but to be fair, so is Catastrophe. Here comes the Claw combo. That's going to put Eclipse in the lead. Do a little bit of withering. Good crit from him. Not that it matters too much. Just enough to peel away. But 7 seconds left on the clock. Catastrophe can take this back. What's he going to do? Slash Claw definitely not going to do it, and that's what he goes for. Even on a crit. I don't think that would have done it. Catastrophe is going to lose round 1, but we got many more matches to go. Very close. We haven't seen a KO in quite some time. Hypnotism, 49%. That's going to miss. Oil Spray and Retaliation. Here's my Withering. That one misses as well. So Eclipse slightly better off right now. A little bit more. Goes for the 5 balls. That's going to land. That's going to do 760 damage. Catastrophe can come back from this. He's got the grit.
I want to play video game.
He didn't proc the grit.
It's time for
Salvius.
revolution. It's your generation. Nagei Deeznuts, transgender pride Nagei Deeznuts.
That's certainly something, Jacques. Salvius, thank you so much for the sub. 14 months. That's almost a year. Very kind of you. Putting the 5 balls to hit in the face. Oh my god, the tail combo for the win? Eclipse up 2-0 right now. And the firebomb, opener and closer. A little bit unceremonious, but that does mean Eclipse and MF Decapod are our top 2, and we're going to see them. But right before we see them, I'm going to take a quick break to go get some water. My throat is killing me, and I will see you guys in about a minute. So, BRB. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We got our grand finals for the Smart Bet. Who would have thought 2 monsters with a shit ton of stats would be here? We saw Catastrophe just lose, despite not being that. Catastrophe, very well-built monster for this format. Withering seems to be pretty strong, and he took full advantage of that. But in these last 2 matches, he really wasn't able to land much of anything. And we have very high damage on one side and very low damage, but very tanky on the other side. So we have the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. We're going to do a 1-minute prediction for this. This is your last chance to bet, potentially. If there is a bracket reset, i.e. if Eclipse wins, we will do a second prediction for that one. But if MF Decapod wins this, that's it. Tournament's over. GG's, shake my hand. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been a pretty fun tournament to run. Have to be behind Zoom side on this one. First monster you raised? Yeah, Purebred Zoom was the first monster I raised as well. And I didn't really understand how the game worked. Technically, we were talking about this on the stream the other day. The very first monster I raised was Mochi from the Shrine because I didn't understand the whole, like, put in your own disc thing. I'd never played Monster Hunter 1. And then after I realized I could just go to the market and get stuff, I got a Zoom. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. That's dedicated to your childhood first monster? Hell yeah. 81% on MF Decapod so far. And slowly pulling away from him, but he's still got it. 77% on the crab. Here we go. First one you raised was a Kato. Nice. Oh my god, the crit fire breath, 600 damage. Meteor in retaliation though, 41%. He misses it. That probably would have killed. Maybe not, but it would have been close. It would have been real close. Wow. Power attacks from Eclipse are going to be completely useless in this. Power attacks from Decapod are going to be pretty bad, but at least we'll do marginal damage. Like, that's not great, but it is 16 times the amount of damage we just saw. Bite does 8 damage. Let's for it again. Decapod needs something big here, though, which is the only unfortunate bit. Once he's kind of in the weeds, he's like throwing himself into the vortex of all these power attacks, it's kind of hard for him to come back. Decapod's really good if he builds a lead early, but it is hard for him to come back if he's super far behind. I think that's like his main weakness. This is a fun idea for a tournament? I think so too. Thank you so much for entering a monster in it. Alright, Eclipse up 1-0. Firebomb, this is at 34%. But now it's anyone's game. Sting Slash is going to land, do a good chunk of withering. Goes for it again, completely unnecessary second time. But, you know, his opponent is got no guts now. Said Garcia, thank you for the follow. Hoping to participate in a future tournament. Exclamation mark Discord. Join the Discord. We're always posting tournaments. We're always having fun events. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's super, what do you call it? Like, everyone's, like, welcoming. Doesn't matter how bad your monster is. No one's gonna make fun of you for making a crappy monster. My first monsters in tournament were pretty awful. And, you know, everyone learns. Basically, these two are the two build strats that this tourney. Bunch of stats versus less useless techs. These are like the same build, though. What are you talking about? Eclipse has a lot of useless techs, too. The difference here is like 3 techs, or 4 techs. Yeah, Decapod uses his brain, he wins that one. Yeah, so it's like what? He's down 700, that's what? 4 techs? That's the only difference. Max Stat's definitely the best play. Seems to be pretty strong. But like I said, Decapod falls off pretty hard if he does not get the lead immediately. If any monster in this tournament used their brain, they would win. That's true. First comp monster was Durhan Dragon. It was a time. Mine was I had a Melon Suezo and I had a Clay. It's for a 2-monster team tournament thing. And I tried to do Mixed Attacker Suezo and Mixed Defense Gel, and neither of them did great. Well, they didn't do the worst, but in retrospect, they weren't very good. His Arrowhead is like fighting the Monster 4 tournaments in line. Dude. Yes, it feels like fighting fucking Brigandy in line. It's like, oh, he's got high speed, high defense, high damage. Can't do nothing about it. Decapod. Battle of the Beasts. Coming again, or what? Battle of the Breeds, you mean? The Eugenics Olympics. Battle of the Beasts reminds me of Battle Beast, which was a fighting game for Windows 95. And maybe the worst fighting game I've ever seen in my life. Great character designs, but just awful, awful game. Eclipse with a good lead here, potentially forcing a game 5. Decapod currently up 2-1 on Eclipse. Does capture the spirit of Line Brigandy, yeah. Remember Clay Fighter? Dude, there's like a new Clay Fighter. I don't know if it's just a fan game or if they like legit bought the IP, but there's a new Clay Fighter that came out like recently. It is game 5. I thought Eclipse won 1, Decapod won 2 and 3. We're in 4 right now. Did I miss one? Eclipse is winning this one, though. It's 2-1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's 2-1. But now it's 2-2. Have it on SNES. It's not a good game. About to be 2-2. Comes down to this. Decapod on tournament point. Eclipse on reset point. Fire Breath's gonna miss. We're in range for Meteor. We see Tail Swing instead. Oh my god. Into the energy shot. Just like that, all the tension is deflated. For at least the next little bit. Goes for the Claw Pinch. He's gonna wither him the rest of his guts. Eclipse still sitting at about 90%, 85%. Hits the Sting, hits an Intelligence attack, crits for 177. Eclipse down to about 60%. Give him the clamps. Energy Shot has been the MVP. It really has. I was really surprised he didn't pick up shots. And obviously I think that would have made the build better, but it's been doing so good on its own. Jumping Fire, the big damage. He tries it, it misses though. 10 seconds left on the clock. Decapod has all power attacks active, but he can run down the clock with these punches. 2 punches. 2 seconds left on the clock. Does he go for another one? No, we see Eclipse walk backwards, but he doesn't have enough guts for 5 balls. Unfortunate way for him to lose, but Decapod ends up being the winner without losing a single set. Wins that one 3-2. Decapod is your smart bet champion. Macho, I told you. Let's finish this tournament. Let's end the tournament, and then we'll take a look at the standings. This was a lot of fun. There we go. GG's, everyone. Let's choose the outcome. That goes to Decapod. Okay. So, here's our winner. Decapod 6-0. Eclipse went 8-2. It's because going to losers early means you gotta do more fights. Catastrophe with the 4-2. Philakio with the 4-2. Understandable with the same. Phdsnuts 3-2. Notorious B&G with the 4-2. And Regulus with the 3-2. Look at that. Chakra getting 9th and still having a 4-2 record is pretty crazy. So that's our top 8 right here. MF Decapod, Eclipse, Catastrophe, Philakio, Understandable, Deeznuts, Notorious BIG, and Regulus. This is like kind of interesting because for the most part, like most of these monsters are like from people who have entered a ton of tournaments. We got like Grits hasn't entered too much stuff, and who is it? This was I forget. I know the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Can't remember. But yeah, for the most part, like Decapod, Catastrophe, Understandable, Notorious, Regulus. These are all from like people from before line dropped, which is kind of interesting. We got the Boomers did well in this. Pretty good. Moral of the story: defense is the best stat. There were 2 tanks in this tournament, and one of them won it. Pretty crazy. Defense is good as long as you can also dodge. But yes, this was a lot of fun. Let's see who we can raid. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad I could finally make low damage withering work. Jesus Christ. Fucking killed him. Oh my god. Wow. For those of you who don't know, JP's always trying to make low damage withering builds work, and they don't work because they're not good. The Macho just won with one, so that's a headshot.